my fingers are down to the raw nub, I'm telling ya. Hey humans, welcome back to my channel. It's Winnie BLV, Mouth of the South. No intro, no outro, just this hoe. Okay, this is a fun and exciting day because sitting beside me is the guest of the show, of the video. So I've had a lot of people ask me about the beat up Hermes bag. I'll show it to you more in just a minute. And I've had a lot of comments from the original video. I will post that video if you haven't seen, where I actually bought this bag and I showed it to you guys. So many people enjoyed the video and commented on it and gave me valuable info. Now I know what I'm dealing with. I went into it half-cocked. And usually that's where I love to be. But this time, no, girl. I was like, I don't know what the hell's going on. So let me just give you the story about the bag so far. It is a project bag. I cannot send it back. So many of you, I'm going to answer everybody's questions that the most that I got in the original video about this bag. This was called, thanks to everybody who commented, because I wouldn't know any of this without you. So thank you guys for that. But this bag was called the Garden Party Hermes Amazonia, or Amazonia Garden Party bag. Okay, seen better days. Okay, apparently it was only made for like maybe 1 year, is what I'm hearing. It's a vintage bag, very old. And what happened was, I think Hermes said, hey, you know what would be a great idea? Let's take rubber tree plants and coat a bag with rubber and trim it in buffalo leather. That, I kid you not, is exactly what happened. So a lot of people, when I first showed it, because I've been working on it, I got this section cleared. When I first showed it, you know, this was all, there were just some little patches here and there, but I've, you know, been ripping at it and tearing it away. A lot of people were concerned, like, why is leather acting that way? Leather should not act that way. Real leather won't. The only thing on this bag that's leather are these pieces here, the bottom, and the trim and the handles, right? And then the side pieces. Girl, yes, she's got a side piece. But anyhow, don't tell Bill. We tell him nothing. This actual bag did not make it, unfortunately, because people had so many awful problems with the coating peeling off. It didn't stick to the canvas very well, and I think a lot of people came back to Hermes wanting it fixed, and they finally have just said, we are no longer fixing this bag. It was a lost cause. Kind of like the whole Pochette Matisse thing. Remember the glazing issues they had on those bags? And I guess you took them back and they just gave you a voucher and let you buy something else. I assume that's what happened on this bag. I'm not 100%, but from the stories that I'm getting and piecing together, it's kind of what went down. They don't send them, you know, Hermes is really good to work on the bag. If it's, you know, something that they can put in their spa and fix up for you, they'll do that. You know, that's a service that they provide. I mean, as expensive as their bags are, I mean, it's the least they could do, right? But they're real good about that, I've heard. So a lot of people wanted me to contact Hermes and say, like, can you fix? I've already been told there's no, I didn't contact them because I thought, well, there's really no reason, because several people have said, like, you can't, they don't, it's one bag that they're not gonna, they don't F's with the Amazonia. Like, look it up. You guys look it up. It's crazy. So yeah, a lot of people had very, very many questions like, why is it peeling? It shouldn't be peeling. Leather shouldn't peel. You are exactly right. But this lucky bag here, so the seller listed this as leather, all leather. I did see, you know, there were some smaller holes. If you look at the original video, you know, I've started peeling on it a whole lot, but at the time there were just little marks here and there. And so yeah, it did surprise me too. Like, it's flaking off. It's kind of like cracking an egg and taking the shell of the egg off when it doesn't come off in one big piece. It's little, those annoying little, my hands are torn up from clearing off just the little piece that you see. But yeah, it's kind of like chipping away little tiny pieces, and it makes a huge mess. I'll tell you, if you decide that this is something that you want to take on, you need to wear old clothes. Orange dust gets on you everywhere. I vacuumed the portion right here that I had cleared out, even though, I mean, it's just, You can hit it and like it comes out. If you notice, there's like a yellow orangish, it's hard to say, orangey, here we go, dust. And that's from this portion of it being peeled away. Guess what else I found out? So see these dark patches? The person that originally owned it, or two people, or however many people owned this bag, they took it into a leather doctor. I know they didn't take it to Hermes because I think Hermes said no. But there are several places on the bag. I'm not sure if it's coming through, but there's like a stripe right here. So apparently when this thing started falling apart on the original owner or whoever had it first, they went and took it somewhere and had this gummy type filler put in. And then I guess they repainted the bag for them, because in the spots that they had that really gummy material, it was like, it literally was peeling away like old gum. Yeah, it's gross, guys. Get gloves. And now it smells like a rubber tire. And if she knows, you know what rubber smells like, girl. Anyhow, you know I do. Yeah, so it's left these, which I hope will not affect it taking dye or paint, but I am going to have to try to stain remove, because I didn't realize this was but yeah, there's several places on the bag that they had plugged, basically, that they, you know, went to and took it somewhere and said, hey, can you fix this? And they fixed it very poorly. Shitty. It was a bad job they did on this. And that kind of like, ugh. So when I first got this, there were a couple people who said, send it back. That's that Amazonia bag. Like, there's no hope for that. You're gonna have to do a lot of work. And I was like, I'm ready for the work. It only cost me $195. But what got me about the ad was that the seller originally called it an all leather garden party, and it's not. So I did contact him. I really did. He did put that it was junk. I understand that. But it not being leather and it being rubber, there's a lot more work involved. So I was originally just like, I started peeling this back. Something ain't right. I found out what the bag is. It's not leather. You misrepresented it. He goes, it's just junk. I go, I understand that. But that makes a difference in how I'm going to repair the bag myself, or try to, use it as a project. I can't put leather filler on a bag that's not leather. That obviously didn't work, because, we can see what happened here. Yeah, it didn't turn out well. So I said, I don't know if you'll take it back, but I'm really kind of like, I feel misrepresented. And sellers on eBay don't want to piss you off because they hate getting bad feedback. That's just one thing. So he said, I'll let you return it for free. Here's a printing label, like, go ahead. And then he said, but you know what? I'll even refund you some money if you just want to keep it and work on it anyway. And I was like, you know what? That sounds good. So he gave me back $40. So I was like, well, now I'm really not out hardly. I'm out, one with tax and all, 160 barely. So I said, okay, I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna give it a try. So that's where we're at on this garden party Amazonia. I wish all of it had been, now this is buffalo leather, by the way. Everybody's told me this is buffalo leather, which really does hold up well and is a very durable and a very good leather to use on things. I did watch a YouTube video on buffalo leather, why we don't use it more, but yeah, it's a good leather. Look how great the bottom's held up. I like the edges of the buffalo leather, the way that it's patinaed and gotten down, kind of like, somebody did say this, kind of like an old bomber's jacket. You remember those old leather bomber jackets? And they would just get so worn and so nice. So yeah, that's where we're at on the bag. I've gotten one panel done. It is a long and tedious job. Make sure you're outside if you undertake this sort of thing. The dust from this, girl, not fun. It's like, oh God, my allergies have been like crazy after working on this. And my fingers are down to the raw nub, I'm telling you. It really is just a chipping away with your fingernail. And just, sometimes you can, like, I've gone in there and crinkled it up really well. On this side, I crinkled it up and it kind of would brush off a little easier. But yeah, there's no way that, they made it look like leather. This rubber material, they made it look grainy like leather, but in the end, she's not leather. She is rubber. So the rubber met the road on this bag. So if you see those Amazonias and you wonder, is that something I can put leather filler over? I wouldn't. it doesn't look like it's gonna do the job for you. These just are, it's disintegrating. I mean, just think of an old, like an old inner tube to a tire after years and years sitting in the same place or whatever. It does dry out. There's no real way to moisturize it. It does dry, crinkle, and disintegrate easily. So anyhow, there are some, this is part 2 of the Hermes garden party. I will tell you that I have ordered another beat up Hermes bag. This time I did not order this particular kind of bag, the Amazonia rubber. I had my fill of that. I'm not going to do that ever again. But this one is already distressed. That's another thing I think a lot of people did. This is one of the last things I'll say. I'll let you go. But a lot of people were very concerned that I wanted to bring this bag back to newness. And most of the bags that I work on that have just a little something like this Dior, I want to bring it back to its original luster, or try to. I'm not that talented, but if I can work on a bag, I want to try to make it as good as it possibly can be. But on these Hermes bags, I really want it to look trashed and, you know, not new and worn. That to me is appealing. Like, to have a very expensive bag that looks like you just dragged it through I don't know what. I like that idea. So for those of you, I know there were a lot of people who didn't normally watch me who thought, take the Hermes spa and let them bring it back to brand new. I don't particularly want that. I want a bag that, an Hermes bag particularly, to look like crap and to just be beat up and trashed and all of that. That's what I want. Ultimately, I want a Birkin or Kelly to look like that. More so leaning towards a Kelly, but so expensive I can't afford it. But yeah, I've never been, if you've watched me from day one, you know I've never been Hermes people. I've never been on a journey. I've never even, I don't think even in Vegas, maybe I've taken a picture outside the Hermes boutique, but I've never really even gone into Hermes. I don't have a whole lot of Hermes at all. So it's not my journey. I'm not on that. I don't want one. Like, I've never, I guess if I were a millionaire, if that's ever gonna happen, but I feel like it already probably would have. So no, I'm not the one. I'm not Hermes people, right? And I know some people just really, that's their pinnacle of bag, you know, that's the, oh my God, to have a, I don't desire to have a pristine, brand new, whoa, look at me with a brand new Hermes bag. I just never have, and I'm still not into it. Okay, so anyway, just putting those rumors, not rumors, just putting that whole thing to bed. Yeah, if I buy an old beater Hermes style, I don't want it to look like it came off of the showroom floor, or they said, psh, come over, got some, no. And so there we go. I'm totally fine with not having a pristine Hermes bag. What? Did she really say? Yeah, girl. I'm cool with that. All right. Thank you so much for watching this second part of the Hermes Amazonia Garden Party Tote video. As I get into it, I think the next thing that you'll see, and it might take me a while because this is work, girl. And I already have a job and this is a side hustle. So the third thing is just, she's not going to see much action. And there's that other, well, never mind. Anyhow, girl, yeah. So when I can catch a moment to work on this bag, I will. Hopefully in a couple months, I'll be able to show you a dyed bag. Hopefully it will. It's already dead though. But will be dyed a certain color that I want to try to get that look. But yeah, what pisses me off is the friggin', ugh. If it would have been all this underneath, perfect, cool. I even vacuumed this. Did I say that already? Yeah, I vacuumed this because it was so dusty. But anyhow, you guys, thank you so much for coming by today. Thank you for hitting the like button, commenting down below, subscribing. Oh my God, I love you guys for that. I'm trying to get to 8,000 pretty soon. Let's hope. I'm getting there slowly but surely. And also, if you would do me one more favor, if y'all see my husband, girl, don't tell him nothing. Bye. I really don't have much else to say. I did fix my little bag that I bought from Etsy. Everybody loves this bag. Dawn showed me how to cinch it up on her video, and man, the hardware is very substantial on this. Like, the chain is heavy duty. The leather's real. This is a good bag, but I'm still not in this bag. She's still carrying her. everything fits in here. I could put my cosmetic case. I just got this deal. If you didn't check out that video, go watch my last video, girl. Yes, I got this for a steal $109 and some change. Yes, I was gonna say cents, but then y'all know I ain't got no sense. Okay, and scent of the day. Speaking of scents, girl, when I got this out to put it on, I was already recording because I just took a shower and I hadn't really put anything on yet. I mean, perfume. I love this Tiffany. Is it Love & Co? Yeah, I think it's Love & Co. I went to get this out and it fell on the floor. This stuff is durable. Oh my God, definitely. This is such a springy, summery, just fresh scent. Oh, I love this. It's what fruit is it? Grapefruit? I think it's a grapefruit scent. Yeah, I could be totally wrong, but that's what I get out of it, is just a lot of like really citrusy type of fruit. Yeah. Oh my God, did I just break my perfume? Okay, no, she's okay. God, get this Tiffany biatch. She's durable. Biatch, did I already say that?